Hello. Thought I'd give an update on the build that people keep asking me about and other things. So, first of all, people have been asking me how to level the build. I'll be honest, I leveled with Toxic Rain and it was an absolute pain. The reason I leveled with Toxic Rain is because of Atrophy. Now, in the beginning of this build, I was under the impression we needed this one wheel and this one wheel. If you want the extra damage in the beginning, you can take both wand wheels. However, it's not completely needed. The build will start taking off if you've got the right gear once you get this one wheel. Now, we have two clusters. They're not completely needed. We have an inspired learning. Not needed at all. It was just a play toy I saw. I thought I might as well try it out. Turns out it works pretty well. Anyway, the two cluster jewels that we have. So first of all, the large clusters. We have Opportunistic Fusillade and Calamitous in this one. That's the main things that you're looking for. And then we've got Eye to Eye Repeater jewels, both on the mediums. And then we have Opportunistic Fusillade and Fuel the Fight. Now the reason we don't have Calamitous on this one is because we needed Fuel the Fight's mana. We need the mana leech, and then we have another two medium repeaters with medium jaws with Eye to Eye and repeaters. Anyway, the mana leech was important. Now with that said, the things that you're gonna need to the things that you need to make the build work: a Shroud of the Lightless, a Thunder Fist, a Piscators, and a crown of eyes. That is it. We have two setups. The reason we're wearing a Hell Negator and a Biscos is I'll get to that. So we have the crown of eyes. Make sure we have the right amulet on as well. And we're completely res capped. Spell suppression capped, and we're Elements immune. And the reason we're Elements immune is because of the 30% that we get from 3-step assaults while we're affected by phasing. We're Radar. We're always phasing. Anyway, you don't have to take 3-step assaults. If you want to use something other than a 3-step assaults, you could use you could you could grab Crystal Skin. This will give you 20% chance from the Crystal Skin alone and 10% from avoid status elements right there. That's 30%, which is what you get from the 3-step assault. Not only that, but you also get +1 max res for all of them, which is really, really nice. Anyway, if you can't get the cluster jewel for Fuel the Fight, I would like to point out there is a little mana leech node here which works just as well. Now, the build will start taking off when you get this, as well as getting Crown of Eyes, Piscators, 5-link Shroud, and a Thunder Fist. Once you get these items and this one set up, you can start going Kinetic Blast and Power Siphon. You could always get yourself Power Siphon attack speed, Power Siphon projectile as well on your crown for an enchant. That would be great. I currently don't have these because, well, that's a bit much. Anyway, again, I want to point out, by the way, if you do want to get Crystal Skin, it'll be very easy. You just path down here and you'll get all the points from here. You just make sure that you keep Heartseeker. The reason we have the Frenzy Charge node here is because we have Frenzy Charge generation on our ring. Again, not needed. The build works without this. The build will work as soon as you get the items I've mentioned: 5-link Shroud, Crown of Eyes, Piscators, and Thunder Fist. And this wheel. We did anoint Prism Weave because Prism Weave is very strong. 6% increased attack speed with wands, 24% increased elemental damage, and 5% pen. What more do you need? Very nice. We have Ghost Dance because we do have a little bit of ES, which is a nice amount. Which can keep us alive in certain situations. The reason we have this node here is because I'm only just lightning capped on my MF setup, which is the Hell Negator, and Abyss goes. As we can see here, I'm only just res capped with lightning res. I need to fix that with another Abyss Jewel. Anyway, moving on. This is the MF setup. The reason we're MFing in this league is because it's very, very strong. As we can see, 49% increased quantum items dropped by slaying normal enemies. There's a lot of normal enemies in Scourge. A lot of normal enemies. I've been farming towers for about 3 days straight now, and I've made a lot of currency to put this thing together. Again, Dying Sun, not needed. I think that's everything. Well, there is a couple of things that you can do. You don't have to have 3-step assault, as mentioned before. You could have the bubonic plague, which is extra cluster jewels. Abyss jewels for from the abyss. You could also craft yourself some elusive onslaught boots. They would be great. Make sure you pick up crystal skin in that case, or you could also get element immunity on your jewels, for example. There's a lot of different ways to get element immunity, and yeah, there's a lot of different things that you could do. My wand. Now, Piscatus is not best in slot, not by a long shot. You want something with a lot of lightning res, a lot of lightning damage, or T1 cold damage. You need 18% increased attack speed as well with that wand. It's not a you should, you need. This is the reason we take the Piscatus, because the Piscatus as standard comes with 18% attack speed. Well, no, it can roll 18% attack speed, sorry. And that's also a lot of increased elemental damage as well. 5% pen. Piscatus is really good, but it's not best in slot. It never will be. We're also kind of screwing ourselves when we get a sub-fizz aura from the inspired learning with this thing. So, something to note. Anyway, I think that's everything. Maybe go over the leveling, I guess. The leveling was a little bit... It was a pain. An absolute pain. And I'm not going to lie to you, it is absolute pain. The only thing... Now, I'll go over what I do know. And what I do know is I would have used Spectral Helix. I would have used a two-handed setup with Spectral Helix, because then this way all you would need for damage is to just keep upgrading your base, which is your base weapon. That's it. You'd have more than enough damage to go through the game to the point that you needed to, which is around Blood Aqueducts, and then you can pick up this one mastery. Other than that, that's everything I can think of. Again, only things needed: 5-link shroud, Piscatus, Thunderfist, and a Crown of Eyes. Build will work from that point on. I hope you have fun. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll answer the best way I can. Enjoy the build, and thanks for watching.